The Dancing Spider is an interdisciplinary show for children. Interdisciplinary in that it combines music, theater, and visual art through its scenic design and costume design to create a theatrical representation of a West African folktale that's really well known to children from around the world. The show is based on the stories of Anansi the Spider and actually grew out of a collaboration between 3 faculty on the Interdisciplinary Arts for Children. For us, it really was about having our students be storytellers and to learn additional skills and additional practices that would enable them to carry these kinds of, not necessarily the production of a full play, into their classroom, into their future work with children, but more to think about the role of the teacher as storyteller, the role of the arts as a means to engage children, and the way that the arts can communicate a multicultural kind of theme or topic to children from a diverse range of backgrounds.
I thought they really liked it. They seemed to react perfectly to everything that we wanted them to, all the laughs, and they were yelling when the lion came out. That was cute. All the little reactions were perfect.
My favorite part was the lion was crying. I like when the lion was crying.
Now is the time of the harvest.
Many of the students who are actually performing in this show have an interest in becoming a teaching artist. But a teaching artist balances the creation of their own work with work with children, often in public school settings. So this show actually accomplishes several goals. The first is to provide them with a rich hands-on experience just working with young children and remembering the power of the imagination and the creative process and how children respond to storytelling and to music. And recalling the way that the arts can engage and capture students on a variety of levels. The second way in which we've been approaching this project with our students, the student performers, has been to approach this work as a piece of literature, which it is, and as a piece of literature which comes from a rich folk tradition, the oral tradition of the West African people. And so there has been a great cultural education that's occurred as part of this process, we hope, with the students who've been part of this. They have learned dances as part of the show that come from, that are inspired by the West African tradition. They have learned songs and vocal arrangements and musical arrangements that are from the West African tradition. And they also are becoming storytellers, very much in the role of the raconteurs of the West African tradition.
I like the part when they all got together and got to be friends.
The other thing is, I think as a tribute to the show is the fact that the children stayed engaged for the entire time. That's sort of our test. And if the children are engaged and we couldn't get them to leave the lobby when they were greeting the characters at the end of the show, which is also a really good sign. I heard from one parent who's suggested that her children wanted to go to the library and look for more Anansi the Spider stories. And if that's what they take away, boy, that's a real great promotion of literacy and of language development, because now they have a sort of personal connection to the story that they'll remember for a long time. Well, interestingly enough, of course, for all of us who sort of coordinated and directed the show, it's a lot of work. But we have a commitment to continuing the project as long as we have the support of the college and the dean, which we do. And as long as we have the interest in continuing it and we see the interest emerging from our students, which we do. So our plan right now is to do it every 2 years. So we're looking forward to selecting a show in next year to produce in the 2012-2013 academic year. And one of the things we're looking forward to doing also at that time is to involve a group of students, much like our theater department does here at the college at Brockport, to involve our students in actually the selection of the show. And also sort of letting go of the artistic process, certainly still serving as producers and advisors, but if there are talented students who are interested in serving in the roles of music director or even the director and choreographer of the show, that at various points in times we'd like to turn that over to them as well, so that there are opportunities for leadership in those ways.